So, solid principles, huh? You know about it, I know about it. Basically, everyone knows about it. But do you understand it? Friends, welcome back to the channel. This is 𝐓𝐰𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐦 and today I'm starting a new series of videos based on solid principles. We will have 5 videos, 5 very small and precise videos that will give you exact intuition required to understand all of these 5 principles. And I can assure you, after watching these 5 videos, you will not be having any problem with these principles ever again. Solid principles are not only very essential for your interviews, but also they are required in your software developer journey. They help you to write a code which is not only extensible and maintainable, but also something which will not drive you crazy. These were designed by Robert C. Martin, also known as Uncle Bob, and they are pretty good principles if you just follow them properly. To begin with, we will focus on single responsibility principle, that is your S from solid. Now, what does it mean? As the name implies, you will say it means that a class, component, or a microservice should just have one responsibility. That is pretty accurate. But to understand that in a better way, I would say it means that there should be only one and only one reason for a class to change. Let me simplify that with a real life example. So, we all use our mobile phones as watches, as wristwatches. We don't have a wristwatch. We don't wear them anymore. Okay? Now, understand a scenario. You want to give an examination, and the moment you venture into an examination hall, the examiner announces that hey, no mobile phones today. And you are a bit confused because your watch is your mobile phone is also your mobile phone.
That part is a little dramatic.
So basically, you need to keep your device away, but that also means keeping your watch away. So, do you understand what is happening here? Just because your mobile phone was serving two functions. One was, well, being a mobile phone, and second one was being a wristwatch. So when there was a change in the permission for the mobile phone segment of your device, you also had to do away with the functionality that was serving as a wristwatch. So it was like an undesirable side effect that you suffered. This is a simple example of a side effect that can happen when you do not follow a single responsibility pattern. Now let's talk about some code. So here you have a class which basically computes the area of a shape that is passed into it. Also, it helps you print that area. Now, as you can see, this class is doing two things. It is also computing the area of the shape and also printing it. Now, ask yourself, is this following single responsibility pattern? If not, what can be the drawbacks here? Pause the video, think about it. Let's see. This class is not following the pattern. The problem here will be if you want to change the format of the printing output, you have to change the class. Fair enough. If you want to change the logic of calculation of some area, you again have to change the class. You may ask, what is the problem? The problem here is, say two developers are making changes into the same class with different intents, and that can be problematic as your software goes further in size and as your team progresses. Okay, that can be one issue. Also, say for example, there can be another class which also wants to use this print utility. Now, if you would have had this as a separate class and then a function inside it, you can just pass any shape object into that class and it can just print it. And all the printing changes, all the printing logic can reside into one single class. Isn't that a very good segregation? So this is what single responsibility pattern beholds. A quick tip to find out whether your class, microservice or your component follows is, ask yourself this question: what is the responsibility of this component? And if you ever need to use AND to join the responsibilities, then you might need to think your design again. So that was all about single responsibility principle. In the next video, we will talk more about open close principle in the solid acronym. That is your O, by the way. So do hit that bell icon and the subscribe button so that you know instantaneously whenever the next video drops. Thanks a lot for watching. See you guys.